But
go watch the highlights on
on Talladega, Geico 500. But transitioning away from that, Chase, you put this paper in front of me when I got home today. My Jets mock draft.
Yep.
So you texted me while I was on the bus.
Are we doing this in this episode or
home from baseball? We're doing this in this episode. We're going to talk about it a little bit because the draft is tomorrow.
We're gonna go through our mock draft now. Just a note for me when I go to edit this into clips.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
So.
Okay.
And for those of you who don't like our mock drafts,
So did you wait? Did you do this whole mock draft yourself?
I went to computer pick.
You let the computer pick, so it's not
your
your mock draft.
I have my mock draft. I picked everybody on this list.
I'm gonna do. You picked everybody on that one.
Yeah.
I just did. You just asked me who I thought the Jets were gonna pick.
Yeah.
For this one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you who I think I'm just gonna do the top 10.
Right now.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I have 32 here, and I want to talk about all 32. So
I pretty much think all the Travon Walker, all the Icky stuff and the Evan Neal stuff at number 1, I think it's all smoke. I think the Jaguars have to go Aiden Hutchinson.
I completely agree with you. Aiden Hutchinson is the best defensive end in the draft.
I disagree.
Who do you think is better?
We'll get there.
You would think KT, but you're not going to say he's going to go number 1 because he wanted to go to the Jets.
I don't think he's going number 1. Because I think
it's Aiden Hutchinson going number 1.
I think Aiden Hutchinson is the most pro-ready guy, and he's probably the safe option.
He is.
But I think KT has very high upside. So number 2 for me is a tricky one.
We differ here. We have different picks here. So
number 2 here is a tricky one for me. Because if you look at it, the Lions didn't trade for him. They traded away Matt Stafford and received Jared Goff in return. They need a quarterback. Jared Goff isn't the guy, right? So I can definitely see the Lions selecting Malik Willis here.
At number 2?
Yeah, at number 2.
That's way too high.
I can see that, but I don't think it's going to happen. I just want to throw that out there as a possibility.
I don't believe Malik Willis is going number 2. I don't think any quarterback in this draft class is going top 5.
Who do you think's going number 2? We could do this together. We both had Hutchinson at 1. Who do you think's going number 2?
I have Derek Singletary Jr. going at number 2.
Derek Stingley.
Here's why. Wow, where are they? Hold on. I gotta find them on my list. Small list. They ranked 29th in defense last year. Defense is something they gotta address.
I agree. But I don't even think he's the best corner in the draft.
I think he's the most... Once again, I think he's the most pro-ready cornerback in the draft. He plays in a better conference than Sauce Gardner. So, if you want to base it off talent and competitive games, Derek Singletary Jr. is your guy.
I disagree with you. I think Travon Walker is going to go number 2. It's going to go either Hutchinson, Travon Walker, or Travon Walker, then Hutchinson. Because I see a lot of interest for each of those guys from both of those teams. So I think it's going to be one of those guys. Number 3, I agree with you. I think the Texans are going to go with a corner. I think they're either going to go Sauce Gardner. How do you say his actual name? Ahmad Gardner or Ahmad? Ahmad Gardner. Or Derek Stingley. But for the sake of the mock draft, I'm going to say they're going to go Sauce at 3.
See, the first 3 picks, I think they're, interchangeable. I believe Aiden Hutchinson is going number 1. Travon Walker might find his way at 2, but I don't know that the Lions are going to go defensive end at 2.
Gotcha. But who do you think is going to go number 3?
I have Travon Walker going number 3 to the Texans.
Gotcha. Well, I could see that happening, too. That's a possibility. Then
you have Sauce Gardner? You have Sauce Gardner going number 3?
I'm going to switch that. I'm going to say Derek Stingley because I've seen a lot of interest from the Texans for Derek Stingley on Twitter and all that. So, you know what? I'm going to say Derek Stingley to the Texans at 3. And then for easy pick for me, the Jets have shown a whole lot of interest in Kayvon Thibodeau. So I think KT is going to go number 4 to the Jets.
Here's my pick.
Icky. No, it's not happening.
I like KT. I do.
Wait, actually, you know what? Knock on wood. Knock on wood because everything I say recently has just backfired. So, Kayvon Thibodeau definitely not going to the Jets. Definitely not. Absolutely not.
I like KT as a pick at number 4. I think he's going to be a great defensive end. But I'm going to go cornerback here. I believe
Heck
the
no.
Jets will go Sauce Gardner.
Absolutely not.
Here's why.
Absolutely
They
not.
ranked dead last in defense last year,
Yeah.
and most of that was the passing game.
We signed DJ Reed.
Okay, pair him with a younger quarter, and then you're good for years.
No, we have Bryce Hall. Our corners are fine. Unless Sauce falls to 10, we're not picking a corner, and I can guarantee you that. Right now,
Watch it.
the top two possibilities for the Jets are Icky and Kevon Thibodeau. And if the draft shakes up, like I've been seeing reports lately, that Aiden Hutchinson now is a possibility at 4, because
He's not
people
going to
people
4.
are saying that Travon Walker is going number 1, and it's a lock, and then people are saying that KT's going number 2, and then the Texans are going to go corner, and then Aiden Hutchinson to the Jets at 4, which that would be ridiculous. I would accept it, but in all honesty, I kind of like KT more.
I've seen a lot of KT falling recently in the draft.
He's not making it past the Jets. If
See,
Kevon-
I get- that's
yeah,
where we
back, yeah, if
disagree.
he's there and Hutchinson's not there, KT's going to the Jets.
That's where we disagree. But I guess we'll have to wait and see just tomorrow night.
Number 4 or number 5. I think the Giants go best tackle on the board.
I agree.
I think that's one of the safer picks in the draft, unless Kevon falls to 5. But if he falls to 5, I think he might fall to 7 because I don't see the Panthers taking an edge rusher. I think they're going to go with Icky at 5.
I have Icky too.
Yeah.
So
I think
agree on that
Icky's.
one.
I think Icky's the best.
He's got the most
tackle.
upside.
Yeah, I think he's the best tackle in the draft.
I
Evan Neal's a close second. He's really good too, but I see
Charles
him-
Cross is also very good.
I think he's the 3rd best tackle in the
And
draft.
pick number 6,
Yeah.
I have Charles Cross going to the Panthers.
You have Charles Cross going to the Panthers.
And here's why. The Panthers are not a quarterback away from being a good team. They need to address their offensive line struggles.
That's
And
fair. They need.
They ranked 30th last year in offense.
Not only do they need
And
to
Sam
protect.
Darnold was constantly under pressure, and you got to fix it. You got to address that.
Solely for the sole purpose of saving Christian McCaffrey's life, because that dude is banged up all the time.
That's another point.
All the time. Get your health intact.
It's a
Jeez.
lot easier to run with a good offensive line
It is,
with a big man up there blocking for you.
but I'm still going to have to disagree with you. I think the Panthers go Malik Willis. I think they're going to go quarterback. Sam Darnold, I'm a Jets fan. I feel for the guy. He hasn't panned out, man. He plays good for the first 3 weeks of the season, then shits the bricks.
I agree. Malik Willis could go there, but I have him going soon.
Going soon. I'm going to guess not Panthers, Falcons.
But that's where it gets interesting. We'll get to
All right, we'll get there. We'll get
Pick
there.
number 7, my
Number
New York
7.
Giants. I have Kevon Thibodeau.
Thibodeau.
I've
Thibodeau.
I've seen a lot of him falling in draft boards recently.
You're not getting Icky and Thibs, bud. You're not getting Icky and Thibs.
Listen,
No
it could.
shot.
Then if not, then we're going to take Sauce Gardner at 7 or 5. Either way it goes.
Here's the thing. I think the Giants. Listen, we've seen rumors of them shopping Darius Slayton. We've heard rumors of them shopping Kadarius Toney, their first-round pick from last year. I think.
They're not going wide receiver. Don't you dare say
I think they're going wide receiver
No,
to
they're
pair
not.
it with Kenny Galladay.
No, they're not.
And here's who they're going to
No, they're
pick.
not.
I think the New York Giants are going to pick. Drum roll. Garrett Wilson.
No.
They are going to steal him from the Falcons.
No. If the Giants pick a wide receiver, I will not watch the Giants football game this year.
Why?
Are we going a wide receiver?
It makes sense though. You're trying to shop your other receivers.
Yeah, but why are we trying to shop one guy off a bad rookie year?
2 guys.
Okay, Darius Slayton's an okay wide
Terry
receiver.
Slayton's pretty good, dude.
Yeah, we're trying to shop wide receivers. Why?
To get Garrett Wilson.
We have a new
Arguably
head
the
coach.
best receiver
We
in the
have a new
draft.
system. Why are we trying to shop young wide receivers that could pan out? If they don't work, to take somebody next year when we hopefully have a better record and we're sitting at 10, 11, 12.
You know what
Where wide
beats me?
receivers normally get taken. Not at 7.
It's gonna happen.
It's not going to happen. It better
You're
not
pressed.
happen.
You're pressed. Just like it's how I felt about the Jets taking, or you saying the Jets are going to take Sauce at 4. Not happening. Unless KT's off the board. Then I could see it happening, possibly.
Pick number
I would love to have Sauce on the team, but not at 4, honestly.
Pick number 8.
Number 8.
I have a trade.
You have a trade.
Yes.
Spit it out. Spit it out.
Steelers trade up to pick 8.
Kenny Pickett.
No.
No.
In my mock draft, it's different. They traded pick 20 and pick 54, which we're not going to get in the second round.
Mm-hmm.
But at number 8, the Steelers will select Malik Willis.
You think they're going to go Malik Willis?
I completely agree.
Dude, I don't know why.
Malik Willis.
Okay, so here's the thing about the Steelers. Last year, I predicted that they would go Najee Harris. After losing Bell, losing James Conner, I predicted that from like the very beginning that they were going to go with Najee Harris, who panned out for him. This year, I'm predicting that somehow, some way, that Kenny Pickett, the Pitt man, the Pittsburgh guy, will end up as a Steeler. And that is going to happen. Lock it down right now, because it's happening.
They have to go quarterback round 1. I just see them trading up to get Malik Willis because Malik Willis, in my opinion, is a better quarterback.
I agree, but I still think they are going to go with Kenny Pickett, the Pittsburgh man. Because it feels right. Doesn't it? It feels right.
Doesn't always work out.
No, it doesn't, but I think it's going to happen. I can't see Malik Willis in a Steelers uniform, to be honest. And we've talked about Malik Willis a lot on this show. How I'm a big fan of him, but I can't see him going to the Steelers. I don't think the Steelers are going to trade up. I think they're going to stay put and take the best QB available. And I don't think Malik Willis is going to be available at that position. So
it just depends on the emotion of the night.
It's fair. It's fair. Number 8.
Number 9. Oh, you're number 8.
I didn't do my number 8.
My bad.
Since I already said Garrett Wilson's off the board, Garrett Wilson would be a perfect fit for the Falcons.
Because Calvin Ridley's got his suspension for a year.
Yeah, he is.
All that stuff.
I think Falcons are going to go. There are also a possibility to take a quarterback here, but since Malik Willis is off the board, I have them going with a tackle, Evan Neal here.
That's a good pick. I have Evan Neal going next pick to the Seahawks.
To the Seahawks. I'm kidding. Evan Neal, possibly the number 1 tackle on the board. Probably not, but I could still see it happening.
Either way, it's debatable between those three. He's probably number 1, though.
Probably. I'm also going to double down here and say that the Seahawks, just you said Evan Neal is going to go to them. I'm going to say Charles Cross might go number 9 to the Seahawks. I could see that happening.
I could see that.
They're in a rebuild. What better place to start than at tackle? That's what you see a lot of teams do, and it works out for them. Number 9 for you. You said you had Evan Neal. Okay, so we'll move on to number 10. I'm going to let you give your number 10 pick for the Jets here, and then I'll give mine.
Okay. I think you're going to go wide receiver here for the Jets.
If we don't trade for Debo, I completely agree with you.
You have okay wide receivers. Nothing special.
Elijah Moore is a stud.
Braxton Berrios is coming back, and Jamison Crowder is still there, right?
No, Jamison Crowder went to the Bills.
Okay.
But we still have Corey Davis, Elijah Moore, and Braxton Berrios. If we add a number 1 guy, which I think Elijah Moore could be a number 1 guy, but imagine having 2 number 1 guys plus Corey Davis. That's one of the best receiving corps in the league.
I agree with you, and that's why I'm not going wide receiver. Because you have a pretty good wide receiver core already, and the possibility of you guys getting Deebo Samuel.
Okay, listen here. I would agree with you. And I do agree with you. There's a possibility we don't go receiver here. But the Jets have consistently reiterated the fact that they're going to go with the best player that's on the board, no matter who that is. And right now, I didn't take Sauce Gardner, but I'm not going to give my pick yet. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop myself, okay? I want your pick first.
I look at this, and I see the New York Jets ranked dead last in defensive rankings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as you previously mentioned, you don't have to keep bringing it up, Chase.
I'm going a defensive player.
Ooh. Double up on defense. Wait, no, who did you have us picking it for?
Gardner. But it'll probably be KT.
Probably would be KT.
So here's the thing. You got to address the biggest need for the team.
Mm-hmm.
Jamal Adams was a great safety.
No!
I think you guys will take Kyle Hamilton and pick number 10.
We're not going secondary at 4 and 10, man.
Kyle Hamilton originally was valued as a top 5 pick, in which the Giants would take him at number 5. He has since slid down the draft boards. He's still a very good player.
I can't even listen. I can't even listen, man. I would literally cry if we went Sauce and our secondary would be amazing. But no, we can't do that. We can't do it.
If you don't take Sauce, could you see you going secondary at 10?
Yeah.
See,
because I think Sauce
KT goes at 4, and then you have Kyle Hamilton at 10.
I don't want Kyle Hamilton at 10. I would rather have. I think Sauce could fall to 10, and I think
Sauce is falling past the Giants.
I disagree.
Giants are taking Sauce.
I think one of Stingley and Sauce is very possible that they will be there at 10, but I still don't see them. I still don't see the Jets going with one of them unless it's Sauce. I don't think we're going to get Stingley.
I'm telling you why Sauce isn't falling past 10, because the Giants did not re-sign Logan Ryan.
It's fair.
Not as a secondary player, and the Giants need to go secondary, and they need to address it somehow.
Here is my pick at number 10. Wide receiver. If we don't trade for Debo, which is looking like a very good possibility, it would probably have to happen tonight or tomorrow morning very early, because they would probably have to get a physical in. So hopefully the Jets have somebody over in the Bay Area that's available to do that. I have the Jets picking Jameson Williams.
That's a good pick. Jameson Williams is a good wide receiver.
I think he's the number one receiver in the draft. I don't see him going to the Giants, though, but I could see him as the perfect fit for the Jets.
I agree with you there. Although I do think they'll go defense. Maybe not Kyle Hamilton, but I still think if they go, defense is more of a thing they need to address.
Here's another possibility. Say we don't give up number 10 for Debo. We trade 35, 38, 61, I believe we have, and like 80, another pick in the second round, or like early third round. I forget exactly what those numbers are. But say we trade for Debo, and we don't have to give up one of first round picks, which, if you look at it, we weren't going to give up a first round pick for Tyreek Hill. We shouldn't have to give up one for Debo, but it's possible because we're kind of desperate for a number one guy. Not desperate, but it would really help out Zach Wilson, just like Stephon Diggs helped out Josh Allen after a rough rookie year, to say the least. The possibility that Sauce is there at 10, if he's not taken, I think it could go Kevon Sauce, or I think it's either gonna be Kevon and then Sauce, or it's gonna be Kevon and then Jameson Williams. I think Sauce or Stingley could very well fall to the late top 10.
I just don't see Sauce falling. He's got so much hype around him.
He does, but he doesn't at the same time. It could be smoke, it could be whatever. Nobody knows what's going to happen. We're going to be completely way off. We're not going to know what's going to happen. This is the most Nobody knows who's even going one at this point. There's no clear cut. Last year we knew it was going to be Trevor Lawrence.
Right.